to join Facebook. And then after that, we will be ready and with you, Missy. Okay, here we are. Just one more second. Missy, if you want, before we start, do you want to share it directly on your wall? You can share it on your wall until I introduce it if you want.
هلا now?
Go ahead, go. By the time
بدك هلا فوت فيسبوك يعني؟
go Facebook from your phone.
لا بعدين هلا.
Okay. Good morning and welcome to the session that everyone is waiting for, the career cycle.
فينا نعملها بعدين؟
Yes.
No.
We're live. We started. Okay, Missy, thank you. Welcome to the session that everyone has been waiting for since yesterday. It looks like it's an interesting topic, and we started it with a very interesting lady. The career cycle, we're going to be discussing during that session the phase of that person since before going to university till today. We're going to go stepwise, phase by phase with that person. And today we have Missy Tohme. Missy is a mother, a successful career lady. She's a freelancer in the community. She left us. We're waiting for her to come back. And she's going to be discussing with us today her career and her career cycle, how she started, what she did. We're going to start from the end and side. She's going to tell us what she does today. And then we're going to go back to the different phases of her life. We're just waiting for her to come back as she just stepped out of the session. Missy, we are waiting for you and looking forward to seeing you. It's okay. Now you're with us. You're welcome back again. You're welcome. 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry for
you're welcome. It's okay. It looks like things are the Wi-Fi in Lebanon. We're facing problem with it since yesterday. As I was saying, we are starting the career cycle program with a very successful lady. Missy is a mom, first and foremost. She's a successful freelancer. We're going to go through all the phases of her career, but with the end in sight. She's going to tell us first a bit about her in summary. Missy, just tell us what you do now in summary. Okay. Then we go back and then we move forward with your career to discuss where you are today. Go ahead, please.
Okay, great. So hi everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Badia, for this opportunity. And I'm going to tell you in summary what I'm doing now. I'm into commercial field. I do commercials. I'm a stylist. I'm a wardrobe stylist for commercials. And Mahid and wardrobe stylist, I'm doing on Instagram. I announced something. It's called My Need Closet. So people call me to fix their closets, to organize. Excuse me?
Not talking.
But yeah, you're cutting. So
I'm not talking.
Relooking there, because I'm an image consultant also. It's been 20 years that I'm in this field. So I have some experience till now. I really prefer, and now I'm everyone.
Okay. Missy, can you hear me? You're cutting off, yes, a bit. Sometimes it goes smoothly, sometimes it does. The difference between this session and yesterday
Now, yes.
is like now I can hear you perfectly. Can you please tell us about almost at what age? Tell us a bit about you as a senior high school student. Did you know exactly where you wanted to be? Because this is basically the age where the ideas start developing with people about where they would like to be when they grow up. That's that state of mind. Okay, we're cutting off again. Let's hope we're going to have a better session. We are cutting off. Stay with us. We're going to be on and off with Missy. I wonder what's the problem, the difference between yesterday's session and today.
I'm really sorry. Yesterday wasn't
It's
like
okay.
this, actually.
I know, yesterday it was excellent. So I was
So, but
asking
yeah,
you
you
to,
were you were saying.
I was asking you, can you please tell us about the senior high school? And in the last 2 years at high school, this is the age basically where students would start forming an idea about where they want to be when they grow up.
Start to have an
Especially,
idea. Yes,
yeah. So tell me about those two
exactly.
years. And from there on, how you went to university and how the flow went and what you studied there.
Uh, I love fashion from, yeah, in my early years. I love fashion. I was really into fashion when I was 4, 5, 6 until now. I'm almost maybe less now than before, but I used to be really into fashion, wearing my brother's clothes, wearing my mom's clothes to study. Otherwise, I won't study if I don't have my mom dress and the makeup and the bag on. And at 8 years old, I used to be like Madonna, the American Madonna. So I used to put bracelets and leather skirts and doing my hair like this and the cross earrings. So I was into fashion from my early age. So when in my high school years, I know that I wanted to do something in fashion. And at that time, 94, 95, media was really it was hitting, and the media was something very important if we can do something in media. So I talked to my father, and he told me, go into media, do something in media and fashion. If you can have it both, it would be great. So that's what I did. I went to communication arts. When I finished school, I wanted to go to London to have a school of fashion there, but my father wasn't happy with me. Wasn't happy with me at I was young. So that's why I chose to do a BA in communication arts, because communication arts has wardrobe styling in it. Yeah, when you do a commercial or a movie, you have the wardrobe in it. So I took that field, and I studied more, and I took courses more into fashion. So well,
Okay, after your
and now you're cutting.
BA,
Viva, please tell me you're here.
after your BA, after your BA, you took courses in fashion. It looks like we're having a very bad connection again today, but we're gonna bear with Missy and hopefully be able to continue the session together because it's a really interesting session. Okay, we'll have a sip of coffee meanwhile, and Nibal, yes, de styliste and coaching serait-il possible, Missy? Très bien. هلا بس ترجع ميسي, she will read your comment and answer you. Missy is back with us.
Sorry again.
No problem. Missy, we have, if you can look at the screen, Cynthia is waiting as well because
Yes.
we're off. Okay. Uh, there is a message from
Okay.
Nibal. We're going to answer Nibal throughout the episode. That's during lockdown. We hear ambulances
Okay.
passing by. Okay. Missy, my question to you was after the BA, you said you took sessions in
Yes.
courses in fashion. What did you take and where? Was it in Lebanon or abroad?
No, in Lebanon, at SMOD, I took intensive courses for sketches because in my field, I need to know how to draw a dress or anything or an outfit or a costume. So we have to have, it's a plus for us to know how to design something. And I love to design dresses and I love to design outfits. So that was a plus for me that I needed to take. It's something very good for my career to know how to sketch, to do sketches for the clothes.
It's an excellent point you made because I always tell the student take the major in something and take the minor
Do you
in
hear me, Viva? But
the.
do you hear me?
Can you hear me, Missy? I always tell the student take a major in something, but remember that the minor is very important. The minor you take in your while acquiring
Yes,
your
yes, 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 yes.
it's something that could open a window for you for the future. So you raised a very important point. So after the stage and the after sorry the course you took, then where did you
Of course.
start working? Where were your internships and where were your first jobs, the stage, etc.? What was your first job?
I was very lucky to do a stage at Armani Privé in France.
Okay.
My first job was a production in production. My first year, I entered a production house, City Films, that I love, and I started there in production, not in wardrobe, because
We are cutting off, but waiting for Missy to join us again. It looks like she had her first job at a production house, and then she had a very interesting internship. She did it in Paris at Armani Privé, and this is something interesting to hear from Missy to know how she was able to reach Armani Privé. This is a very important thing for. It's a very important general knowledge for us to know. We're waiting for Missy to join us again. She's back with us. Back again. Missy, we want to know two things and we want to know details about them.
yes,
We want
please.
to know your internship. How were you able to reach it with Armani Privé? And how was it there? And was it the first time you leave your home and go live
Okay.
abroad? So I want to discuss that. And I want to discuss the first job that was in the production house. But please take us by sequence. I want to know by sequence how it worked with you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start by my first year as for job. My first year. My first year was in the production in in a production house, and I worked as a in production. That means it's not wardrobe styling at all. It means that I was asked to do locations. I was asked to do casting. So I worked into just one minute. Okay, so I worked in production. So I did everything. I gained a lot of experience because it's a plus for me when I am on set to know how people work. It's not only wardrobe styling. So that was very good for me. And then I started my freelancing. I started as a freelancer in wardrobe styling after I did 1 year in production.
Okay,
Then
which
I
means,
started my commercials in Lebanon. I, sorry.
that you
Yes,
felt
Eva.
that going through the cycle of everything in a production, in a setup, helped you know more about the job itself, what it requires, what are the people
Of course,
appointed.
yes. Yes, this is yes, it's better. It's much better when you know more. It's always better when you know more than your job. It's better for you to know. Yes, it's
Okay.
I think that it's better. The more you know, the more you can handle things. How to talk to people, how to manage the set. And then
Okay.
I did commercials abroad in Kiev, Morocco, Bahrain, and then I laid on this amazing opportunity, which is the internship at Armani Privé. Back then, I knew the director through a friend, so I asked for a job for an internship, and she told me yes because she knew me. We talked, and she liked my way of thinking. She told me, "Yeah, sure, let's have you as an intern." And they were preparing their fashion show, so I worked in the fashion show with them because they do it twice a year, and that was it. It was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity because when you work with people abroad, it's different than Lebanon because you know Lebanese how they think at a certain point. Then when you travel, you get to know people more, and you get to know their culture, and you get to know how they think, and that's amazing. Actually, I love to travel and meet new people and see new cultures.
Okay, excellent. My question to you, when you used to travel, you said to Kiev and to different countries to make commercials. Uh, we're gonna wait for Missy to come back. The stage, we're gonna go back. She's coming back to talk about it. We're gonna discuss it as soon as she's back with us. Missy's facing a really shortage in the internet, and it's causing lots of interruption to the smooth broadcast. But it's okay. Salut
Exactly.
Fatma, salut Hoda, Zaina, Cynthia, Patricia, Khalil. We have a nice group of people. Nibal, we have a nice group of people
Hi
here.
everyone.
Missy, we have a question before we go back to answering. We have Nibal with a question. I want to know about different things that happened with you. You said you traveled to different phases, to different
Yes,
countries for commercials. What was your role? What was it exactly that you were doing there?
countries. Yes.
What were you doing there?
Wardrobe stylist.
Ah, the wardrobe stylist.
As a wardrobe stylist, because I was working with the production house in Lebanon. Wardrobe stylist. Like, yes, yes.
Okay, we're gonna discuss the wardrobe
Wardrobe
stylist a bit
stylist, yes.
later. And then you contacted
I
your
think,
friend at Armani Privé, and you had an internship for them for over a year time, correct?
yes.
Okay, we want to know about the internship time you spent there. What were the things you did? What did you gain? How do you feel that this was a benefit for you? And my question to you, when you come back, unfortunately, we're cutting off a lot. She's gonna come back and take off from wherever we started, wherever we stopped, actually. It's okay. And my question to you was Alia, we're going to get back to you as well answering that question. Yes, she organizes wardrobes as well, but let her answer you in a bit. Once we finish, we're going to give her time to go back to all the questions. So, Missy, the internship you had
Yes.
in France, was it free or was it paid?
Yes. No, it was paid.
It was
It
paid.
was paid.
It was paid. Excellent.
Yes.
And you spent there a year, and it was, what did you learn from your time there? What was different than any other place you've done?
I learned, first of all, I met new people. That's very, very interesting. I worked with people, so I had an idea of how in France they work in the fashion industry. It's something else. It's not commercials. It's something else. The fashion industry is not like commercial. So that was a plus for me, and it was very interesting because you work with people on the sketches of Giorgio Armani sketches. You see them, you see the clothes, you see the collection. We were preparing for the fashion show back then, so you meet stars. It's something else. It's glamorous. It's a different. It's different. It's nice,
Are you still
especially
in
when you
touch
love
with them?
fashion.
Are
Thank you.
you still in touch with them?
We're cutting again, I guess.
Are you still in touch with them?
Yes, actually, the director left, but I'm still. All the crew changed. So no, with Armani Privé, no, I'm not in touch with them because all the crew that I worked with
Okay.
changed.
But the
The
people you
director
work
left,
with
and
on Money TV,
the team that I worked with left. So no.
okay, but are you still in touch with that team in different places? Because I'm sure there are still in fashion.
Yeah, sure, of course, of course. No, no, no. I'm still. Yes, someone is a friend of mine. I worked with her there. She worked with Kenzo in New York. So yes, I'm
Okay.
still in touch with them because they are really nice people and they took care of me. Like really, they took me they made me discover the fashion there. Yeah.
Okay, this is excellent because the message I would like to send here to everyone listening that connections are very important in life. When you leave an institution, never leave it behind. Those are part of your future. Anyone you meet as you're growing, anyone you meet as you are studying, your professors, your teachers, the students, the friends, not everyone is always a BFF as we used to call them at school. Not everyone is a student and remain there. Those will become your connection in the future. I'm gonna hope we can get a better connection with Missy so we can have her back. As Missy was saying, she had her internship in Armani Privé in Paris. And this was something very exciting for her because she's someone who loves the fashion. This was something that really was of great benefit to her. My question to her, whether she is still in touch with the people, whether they left Armani or not, was simply to send a very important message that anyone we meet or we encounter during once we start our career and university and etc., those are connections for the future, and it's very important as we move forward not to leave people behind. Just keep in touch because you never know how
Of
you might
course, you should.
connect in the future.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cut again, I guess.
Going back to you, Missy. So, anything special you would like to discuss about the internship before we tell us what's the next phase after that that happened in your career?
Well, after this, I came back to Lebanon and I took back my job. I got married and have my first child. So I took a step back when I got my first child. I wanted to enjoy having family.
Okay, Missy, you're cutting off again, and it's a very important statement you said. Once Missy came back to Lebanon, she took back the position she was at the publishing house before she left. And after that, she got married and had her first child and took maternity leave to enjoy motherhood. I want to see what's happening with Missy and one second, and we will get back to you. 1 second. I'm sorry for the disconnection, but it's at a very important time that I would like to. It's a very important phase. It's a very important phase, and we need to know exactly what's happening. Missy, you cannot leave us hanging at very important time, and that is when you
That's a
became a
teasing
mom.
campaign. That's a teasing campaign. Now you want to know more about me. See?
Okay. I want to know something from you. You came back, you took back the position you had before you traveled, you got married, you had a child, and you took a maternity leave because you decided to enjoy motherhood. Is that what we understood?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us how was the shift to motherhood and how long it lasted with you, the maternity leave?
But yeah, I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
I'm saying you came back your old position, you
Yes.
got married, you had your first child, and you took a maternity leave to enjoy motherhood.
Exactly.
Tell us a bit how you felt, because as I know that you were always a very active person, how did you feel being a mom? How was that shift in your life? Okay, were you able to cope with the
Mhm.
non-working world and work strictly with your baby, becoming the mother, the full-time mother? And at what point did you decide to go back to work?
It was very nice. It was a very nice experience. But like you said, that I'm working. I cannot stay home and do nothing. So it was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. But to tell you the truth, there were moments that I went like crazy. Like I was waiting for my husband at 7 o'clock to talk to someone instead of Barney and singing. So I wanted to see someone to talk like, adults. So, and there's a story. And when I had my child and my husband used to go to work, I was like jealous, like I envied him. First week, and I looked at him and he's wearing his clothes now and he's going to work. That's it. Okay, and now I'm staying home. So I had this, like emotions. I wanted to stay home and I don't want to stay home. So it was really like a little bit messy in my head, but I enjoyed it a lot because for me, you need to be with the kids when you can. You need to be as much as you can. They need to have you. So after
Let
nearly
me
a
tell you
year, I
Let me tell you something. It is very important for
yes,
active women, like being a mother is a full-time job. But there
exactly.
are people that can manage their time in a way to do both. And this is what, when we say this is the conflict of the working woman when she wants to
That's
excel
a
in
challenge.
both. And exactly, it is a challenge.
It's a kind of challenge. It's challenging. Yes, and since I love challenging, that's why I decided to go back to work. And I said to myself, I can be a devoted mom, I can be here for my kid, and work and be a woman, and I can do everything. I succeeded, thanks God,
The chance
with the
you
help of my
had was
husband.
the chance you had was more because
The
you were a freelancer. You were able to decide
Yes,
which after you come back. So before we move on
yes,
to after maternity leave, I
definitely.
want to go back and answer the question of people. We're gonna start with Nibal. Nibal, elle souhaite
Please.
relancer sa carrière de styliste.
Mhm.
Un coaching serait-il possible, Missy? Nibal, just to let you know,
Sûrement,
she's
sûrement.
student. My student at AUT
Ah,
is the group
I
of,
buy.
yeah, the early adult, we call
Okay,
ourselves. Okay, they come, we do different
okay,
presentations, etc. We socialize together. And she's a very active lady, and this is her
okay.
question. So, can you please ask her before we move on to the second question? Answer her.
Yes, sure. Yeah, sure, Nibal. I can coach you. And as a stylist, you mean you used to design clothes, or you used to choose clothes for something? So stylist can be like a stylist designer, or stylist. You're styling people, so you pick up clothes for people and choose clothes for people. There's a difference, so that's why I want to know.
Okay, we're waiting for Nibal to answer us. Thank you, Patricia. Cynthia wanted to know about the training abroad and stage. We answered everything unless you have something else to tell her. Zena, hello. Cynthia, we were not listening. I bring you. Hoda Haddad, hello. Fadwa, hello. Alia. Alia, an interesting question. She's been wondering about who
But
is a
yeah, it's
professional
cutting.
organizer, Lebanon, and do you organize wardrobes, Missy? This is Alia's question. I think we need to keep it till
But
the
yeah, it's not
end.
saying it.
Alia, I think if you're watching, I think okay, Nibal, yalla هلا as soon as Missy's back, we answer you. Alia, we're gonna get back to you as soon as Missy's back because I think your answer is what she launched a while back, and let her answer for that. As you see, Missy is she represents the working woman, the woman who is struggling between the East and West, so to say. She's here to raise her child. She decided to be here. Especially where at the beginning, like her dad told her, extend your departure abroad, take your degree here, and then later on you travel. So this is the struggle we have here in the Middle East, where our parents, they decide to embrace us more. I think it's the love we have here, the kind of love, the ways they show their love, stay home more. While probably if we keep our children longer home, we have difficulty letting them go in the world in the future. Anyways, I don't know what's right. When it comes to me, we'll discuss that in a different episode. We have Nibal that answered. She's a fashion designer. And we have Alia question. I think Alia's answer will come within the session later. Do you want to answer Nibal now?
But yeah, it's cutting.
No, I can hear you. But you're gone. I don't know. Okay, I know in the area where Missy is residing, there is a very good spot with good internet, but I cannot cut the session now and ask her to go. So we're going to remain with Missy, waiting for her to come back. Nibal, we do have your... okay, it looks like that Missy is teasing us, coming and going, but we're going to wait for her. I was saying nowadays we have more working women in the Middle East, while in the past women used to work less. Now, because of the economic situations, we need like two people bringing income to the house. And additionally, we have more freedom for the woman, where the woman can explore and explore the world and explore her talents and do what she likes. Sometimes we have very successful women that bring more security, more financial security to a house, but still, this is a huge discussion. The man is the head of the house, and he puts food on the table. So it's really a huge discussion that I would love to have something about it nowadays with someone. Hoping Missy could join us. خلينا نحكي شوي على حياة ميسي. ميسي صبية كانت بلبنان وكان حلمها الفاشن من هي وصغيرة. بس كبرت وصار بدها تفوت على الجامعة. رجعت ميسي لعنا. بس كبرت وصار بدها تفوت على الجامعة. بيا طلب منها تأخر السفر لبرا، كان بدها تسافر. So هلا رجعت لنا ميسي. ميسي Nibal is in fashion design. Can you is a fashion designer? Can you ask her? Is it easy for her to launch a career now?
The line is, I don't know why I cannot hear you. I'm seeing you, but I cannot hear you.
I don't know if I should postpone the session to another day. We are at the peak of the session. We are waiting for Missy. ميسي is cutting off again. So نرجع نخبركم قصة ميسي بالعربي. So كنت بدها تروح على جامعة برا. This will give you a lot about her character. إنه ما كانت هالبنت يلي أوكي أهلي بدهم إياني ضلني بلبنان ضلني بلبنان. So قال لها بيا إنه بلشي هون وبترجعي بتروحي بعدين. وهيك صار. بلشت ميسي بلبنان، بعدين بلشت تشتغل، وضمن شغلها صارت تسافر، وضمن شغلها بدها تعمل ستاج. She just happened to meet someone من أرماني باريس، أرماني بريفي، وتعرف طلبت منهم إنه تروح تشتغل معهم بباريس تعمل internship. عملت a paid internship for 1 year معهم بباريس. هونيك ميسي حست حالها كتير تقدمت بالشغل لأنه تعلمت شغلة تانية. وميسي كانت بهالوقت عم تقطع بكل مراحل العمل تبع البرودكشن والدعايات، وسافرت كتير وعملت دعايات برا. So ميسي بنرجع لنيبال. نيبال is a fashion designer وعم تسأل is it easy for her to launch her career as a fashion designer, and is there coaching for her, and can you discuss that with her probably out of experience?
Of course. Do you want me to discuss it now? No, it's
Please,
cutting.
yes.
Do you want me to discuss it now, Badia?
Yes, can you answer her about being a fashion designer? What are the obstacles she would face in Lebanon if she wants to?
So yes, I can coach her because the obstacles in Lebanon, they're
اوكي منكفي مع ميسي. بقى وصلت بيسي لمرحله راحت على باريس واشتغلت هونيك عند ارماني بريفي. بهيدي السنه اللي مضتها هي بارماني بريفي تعرفت على كتير اشياء وعملت انترناشونال فاشن شو اللي هن بيعملوه مرتين بالسنه بباريس. So that opened فتح لها شو بيقولوا مجالات كتير، تعرفت على كتير ناس، وبآخر السنة تركت ورجعت على لبنان ورجعت استلمت وظيفتها. هون نحن سألناها لميسي يا ميسي خبرينا انه انت بعدك على اتصال بهدول الجروب تبع برا. ليه سألتها انا هيدا السؤال؟ لانه اليوم نحن في شغلة كتير مهمة بتمرق معنا بحياتنا، إن كان تلاميذ المدرسة أصحابنا أو تلاميذ الجامعة أو العالم يلي بنلتقى فيهم إذا بنغير أكثر من شغل، كتير ضروري نضلنا على اتصال فيهم لأنه هيدول العالم بيكونوا كونكشنز لإلنا لمستقبلنا. سو ميسي وبدي اياكي كمان بس تجاوبي نيبال تخبريني اذا انت ات اني بوينت جربتي تدخلي بالفاشن وورلد، يعني جربتي تعملي يور اون لاين كمان، واذا بتجاوبينا لنيبال. نحن ناطرين ميسي معنا بس it looks like الانترنت عندها كتير صعب. اوكي لا منا معنا. So that's why سألت أنا هيدا السؤال، وكان جوابها إنه إيه كل العالم يلي تعرفت عليهم خلال سنة الستاج بباريس رجعت على لبنان وضلت ان كونتاكت معهم كلهم، يعني ضلت على اتصال معهم كلهم. اليوم هيدا الدرس يلي نحن يعني هيدي القصة اللي أنا عم بحكيها، هيدا الدرس يلي عم ناخده من قصة ميسي إنه ضلت ان كونتاكت مع العالم. ليه ساعدوها بمستقبلها؟ لأنه اليوم شو بيقولوا when east meets west، يعني لما تلتقي الكالتشرز. هيدي الشغله كتير مهمه. ميسي اليوم عم تشتغل ببيروت، وهلا ان شاء الله تقدر ترجع معنا وتخبرنا عن جد عن طبيعه شغلها يلي انا بلاقيها كتير كتير انتريسانت. الشغل تبع ميسي ما بيتوقف على الحياة يلي هي عايشتها بس بلبنان. كتير مهم انه يكون في عندها international scope، يعني يكون في عندها رؤية رؤية عالمية على different cultures، على different way of thinking. Can I tell you, سينتيا عم تطلب مني أعطيكم my opinion والexperience تبعيتي عن being a mom and a working woman. هلا رجعت ميسي سينتيا، سو برجع لك بنعمل حلقة كمان إذا بدك، لأنه هذا موضوع بدي ناقشه. I hope ميسي تقدر تكفي معنا الحلقة، لأنه عم وصلنا على موضوع كتير انتريسان صرنا فيه هلأ.
وعمالي كتير كملوا بس كونكشن كتير.
خليكن معي دقيقة بليز تشوف إذا في عم بقترح عليها شغلة. anyways وهيدي الشغلة كتير مهمة، إنه اليوم لما نكون نحن working woman بدنا ميسي انت رؤية اليوم. رؤية. اوكي
هي مش معقول. بليز اعطيهم ارقام، بعت لنا نمر بدي يحكوا، ما قدرنا نحكي. ايه
بجاوبي لي اول شيء قبل ما بدي اياكي بجوابك لنيبال تخبريني اذا انت at one point جربتي تبلشي تعملي your own fashion line.
Yes I did.
جاوبيها لنيبال.
اوكي I did yes، لانه شغله كثير بحبها كثير كثير، بس وقتها كنت بالدعايات كنت مأخوذة بالدعايات، وما كان عندي وقت هالقد اقعد اعمل ديزاين. من 3 سنين اخذت وقت شوي، بعد شوي عن دعايات and I launched some designs and I was really happy. بس ديزاينر طبعا يكون ديزاينر يعني he has to let go of commercial and design، يعني خلص يعطي كل وقته لهالشيء، ما في واحد يضله عم ينطنط. and I wasn't willing بعدني كنت انه اترك الدعايات completely واعمل ديزايننج. بس جوابا لنيبال I can coach her of course. It's gonna be hard لانه fashion industry is very hard، يعني هلا صعب اكثر من قبل لانه صار في كثير designers. But if you're driven and you're passionate about something, I'm sure you can find a way of succeeding. That's what, in my opinion, that's what I think. So yes, she can relaunch her
Okay, we put you in touch.
being a fashion designer.
Alia's question was she was wondering about professional organizers in Lebanon to organize wardrobes. You want to discuss that now or the career first?
Let's answer Alia since we have connection. I organize wardrobe to be able to have a style, to have for the person that I'm organizing her closet to have her style. And when I organize a wardrobe, it's not like organizing only t-shirts and jeans and pants and skirts and how to fold or how to. I organize everything to let the people see it in front of them in a palette of colors, in a way I organize it. But it's a plus for me to help the person to find a style for herself, to find a style for herself, to relook her, to guide her in a way that she will choose later on her clothes alone in a good way and a way that it suits her body and her style. Did I answer
Alia,
Aya's question?
if you missed one of the parts, Missy is an image consultant and she's a freelancer to the new company she's just running. It's called My Neat Closet, and this is what she does. So as well, you will be in touch with Missy after the session. So Missy, now I want to move to your career. Really دخلنا على الكارير تبعك يلي اليوم you are a an onset, before set, what do you call what you do now?
I'm a wardrobe stylist, like everyone. I'm a wardrobe stylist. Wardrobe styling for commercials. We need to be to prepare the commercial before the shooting. We have a treatment based on what the director wants, and then I do mood boards. I work on mood boards. So the director gives me his treatment, so how he sees the commercial, and then I do a mood board. How I see the clothes. Of course, he tells me what he prefers, what he doesn't prefer. But I do a mood board for every person of the commercial. So I do mood board, and then we decide if it's good or not, and we change here. And it depends on the culture, it depends on the client. For example, for Saudi Arabia, we cannot put cleavage. There's certain lengths for the for the sleeves. So yeah.
Okay, my question now, you are an image consultant for commercials and movies and short video clips and etc. Do you do that in Lebanon or you follow the clip wherever it is?
It depends on the commercial. It depends on the product. If the production house wants to do it abroad and they want me as a wardrobe stylist, they ask if I can travel with them, and I work there. I just did Coca-Cola in Istanbul and Egypt. We just did it now. So in February and January.
Okay,
February.
interesting. And when you travel, do you what's the process of getting clothes? How do you know? Let's say you decide you want to give them clothes. This is the style. You go to the country for the clothes where you are, or you take the clothes with you from Lebanon.
No. Actually, because we work with these brands usually, we work with Zara, Massimo Dutti, Mongo, Gap, H&M. So these are the usually the boutique where we shop for our commercials. So abroad, there's always these boutiques, and I have always someone from the country directing, helping me in the shops that they know. So they have
Okay.
tips more than me. I'm not from the country, so they know more than me. So yeah, where to shop.
Okay.
I
So
tell them
you
what I
follow
want
your
as a style.
style. Okay. We
Sorry.
have a question from Cynthia. To what extent we should follow the
To what
trend in
extent we should follow?
if you are doing a relooking?
For me, we have to have an idea about the trend and be trendy, of course. But personally, I don't follow trends. I follow the body, how the clothes suits the body. Because following a trend would be a faux pas. If for example, it's trendy to have now skirts like mini skirts, and I have heavy legs, I won't put a mini skirts. It's not because it's trendy. I would put a mini skirt, or if I have a heavy breast, like heavy, or my décolleté is heavy, I won't follow a trend because it's trendy. I follow what suits me, and usually I hate when something is trendy and everyone wears it. So I can see it, everyone. I hate it. I abhor mission. I abhor it. And even if it's nice, I don't like to see things like every second you see the same clothes on everyone because it's trendy. I like to have a style, a personal style. When you see me, even if it's jeans and a t-shirt, You can change the whole outfit with a nice bag or a nice shoe. It's not because we have to be trendy. I have to put this jacket or that skirt. So yeah,
And definitely you follow the lifestyle of the person to know exactly what they should wear depending on their work, etc.,
of course.
on their lifestyle. Okay,
Actually, I
Miss.
just actually I she's living in Dubai, and she asked for me to change to change her look, and I know her way of life, and I recommended to her a style, and I sent her a mood board. I told her how I see her. She has to wear this and that, and we worked on it together from Lebanon. She was in Dubai, and I used to tell her what to shop at Zara or H&M or Mango. So it
Oh,
was really a nice, awesome experience.
okay. Missy, let me ask you a question. You're a mother of two, correct?
Two.
Uh,
Yes.
how
A
can you
boy.
manage your time? How can you travel easily? How are your children coping with you being away for a few days? Because I know that even if you're on set in Lebanon, you're away for a few days as well, correct?
Yes, yes, exactly. There's something. I used to be very in control, if you want. When I leave, for example, for a shoot, I used to call them. If I have a half an hour, I used to jump home, give them the best. I'm controlling everything. I want them to have me as much as they can. And then I talked to someone, and they opened my eyes on about this, because my husband helps me a lot with the kids. So that's why I had this opportunity to work more and be able to travel more. And they grew
Oh,
old. Yeah, they are older now. It's easier for me. She told me, that person told me, you have to let go. If you're on set or working somewhere, you have to let go. They are with someone, let go. You cannot control everything. And that helped me a lot, because now I know I go to work. I'm at work. So when they call me because they're fighting, I tell them, I cannot do anything. Please manage alone, or tell your father. So when you let go, it's much better, because I'm not an easy person to let go. It's
uh,
good
do you
to let go.
feel they became the fact that you are a working mom, comparing them to other kids their age? Do you feel, especially that you have the days that you go away, etc.? Do you feel that make them more responsible, or they know how to take care of things differently, or no?
Not especially. No, no. But I feel they're happy sometimes looking at me and going out, and going to work. They're happy to have me, as when I talk about my work. They're happy. It's nice. And sometimes, of course, it's not nice for them. They tell me, why you're not home now? So it's like half. They're happy to have me as a working mom. I'm sure deep down, and in a way, they'll be happier maybe if I'm always with them. But this, I don't want to go there, because I work and I love to work, and I'm not. Mom قال لي لا عليه يمشي, so I feel satisfied about this. I gave him all the love. I'm organized, and I'm here when I can, so I'm good about
Anyways,
this.
with working mom, I always used one statement: time is quality and not quantity. So,
Exactly. So exactly.
yeah,
So
that's
instead
my
of
motto
having that
in
whole,
life, because you can be a full-time mother at home and not be able and sink in the house chores and forget the important time with your children.
exactly,
So
exactly.
that's why we say that time is quality and not quantity. Do you discuss your work with your children? The first question.
Yes, and I show them. Yes, they know when I. when I have a mood board, they know, they come, they see it, and when I have the shooting, I usually take pictures if it's something funny or yeah, yes, they are involved, and I love them to be involved in my work
If
to ask questions.
if your daughter would come to you one day telling you this is where I'm heading, would you encourage her as well?
Uh, I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. I love what I'm doing, but it depends on her character because you have to be really passionate and it's hard because sometimes we have like 24 hours overnights and it's really hard, and sometimes it can be dangerous returning home from a 24-hour driving, but if she loves it, I encourage my kids to do something like that they love, really, because if you don't love what you do, you cannot do it.
Exactly.
That's me.
What?
Encourage or not, I will give her the pros and the cons.
Okay. At this stage, you rate yourself successful. You feel you reached your goal, or you still have dreams you want to fulfill.
Like, the day I stop having dreams, I will die. So
Okay, where are you
seriously.
heading?
No, so I still have dreams. I still have, I want to, the neat closet is something that I love, relooking at image consulting, image, and image consulting, doing image consulting. I love doing this, organizing the wardrobe. That's now, this is my dream goal to achieve it.
Okay, is that what you see yourself ending your career with? Or you're gonna go back as Cynthia's asking and do your online one day? Are you still thinking
I
about your
think,
online?
yes, I will always have it in
Because
my
I
mind.
remember
I
your
think,
style was unique.
yes, I know. Yeah. Uh, so yes, I think I will end my career in my for a show for a line of my own.
A line of your own.
That's where when I will say to myself when I have it, yeah, that's where I am. But for now, it's something I'm putting aside a little bit.
Okay. What phase of your life you feel was more influential to where you are today? If your son or daughter would like to say hi, they can, because we're at home.
Gentle hi. Gentle hi.
Hi,
Oh, hi guys.
how are you? Okay.
Fine. Okay.
Which phase of your life you feel was the most influential towards your career?
Which one? My first 10 years when
Okay.
I arrived to the peak, of the
Yeah.
because after it I gained my autonomy, so I was successful, and I continued to be, of course, successful. But that was it, the 10 years. So this was the booming, of my career. And then it's like now, except for of course image consulting, but in commercials, uh, of course, there's always a challenge in commercials, finishing this at that time, having this design for this commercial. So I know, but the 10 years
Do
one, two,
you
three,
enjoy
I think my
commercial
first 10 years.
in Lebanon more or abroad more?
I'm gonna tell you frankly what I like about abroad is that when I finish my preparation and my day of working, I return to the hotel and I don't have anything to do with the house, the kids, and so it's my time. In Lebanon, when I do commercials, I return home and I have to, take my
Ongoing,
mom role.
the ongoing duty.
So this is honest,
Yeah, I know. The
exactly.
ongoing
So
duty, this doesn't
it's easier
stop.
for me abroad.
That's why like I always believe that working is a getaway for a woman, for her to experience her talents,
Yes,
her
it is
dreams, to get to socialize and not sink in motherhood because it's
exactly,
endless. It doesn't end.
exactly,
Uh, okay, Missy,
exactly.
anything
So
specific?
that's the thing abroad.
Anything specific you would recommend women that never worked in the past that are now at a phase where their kids grew older and wondering whether they can start working, etc., or like in
I encourage people to work and at any age, and anyone could do anything at any age if they are willing to do it. And I encourage people, because I encourage women to work, of course, because it's an ouverture, it's an opening for the mind, for the style, for the for her well-being. I don't know if you're. بس هم يقولوا. Non, non, ça va. Hmm. Tu vas donner mon téléphone, please.
Non, non, papi, toi, si quelqu'un appelle, il doit répondre.
Missy, I apologize. Hi, beauty. Wow, I love your braids. I love your braids. I apologize. We should never do anything around 6, but because of
Ah,
the many off, we had to extend. Anyways,
مؤامرة ضد يعني.
I know. Let me just make sure we're still connected here. Can someone tell us whether we're still connected on Facebook?
No.
That's great.
Yes, I think we are.
Go follow Wadia Fawaz on Instagram.
Yes, we are connected. So, Missy, before we end the session, can you give an advice to women about how to manage their life and work, their motherhood and workhood?
Uh, you can manage. Yeah, you will find a way to organize yourself in a way that you can deal with motherhood and work. I'm sure everyone can do it. Not everyone, of course. If you don't have the help, also there's help. There's the help of the husband. There's the help of the mother or the father or someone. You have to need help. You cannot leave them till 6 o'clock in the garderie, or I don't know. They have studies afterwards. So you need to have help, and with this help, you will organize yourself. That's what I did.
Anyway,
So
there's nothing wrong with asking for help. At the end of the day, being a parent is a shared duty. So both parents should take charge while helping raising the children. Okay, and
something
do
also for the
you?
kids also.
as a working woman, do you encourage a woman to work and why?
Of course, I encourage. I told you my story. When I stopped working and I was seeing my husband going to work, I was like, seriously, I'm at home now. I have this role. So I encourage women to work because it opens their mind. They feel more in power. They feel more satisfied about themselves. They forgot about themselves a little bit also, because when you're not working, you focus on things. Sometimes, like you focus on yourself more. When you work, you forget about yourself a little bit and you focus on your work. It opens the mind. The discussions with your husband later. I don't know. I'm a pro working. So.
Missy, I have a question, intriguing question. At one point, at some point when you're on set and like you're doing, probably you're dressing people for like for a video clip, not only commercial. You have a good number of
No,
people in that movie.
yeah. Sometimes I
What
can
is the
have like
largest number? How many?
large number. I had, and one time I had like 200,
200 people to dress
200
within
people
minutes.
yeah.
Within minutes.
But I have people. I have people who helps me in doing it, so I'm
Of
not
course,
alone.
of course, of course. The best thing we
Yeah.
do in life is to have the proper help, because then they will facilitate your work.
Yes.
Uh, Missy, anything you'd like to say to people, young adults, women, any woman, men? You have a message for men? Anything you'd like to say before we wrap up?
For men,
How
let
about
your
for men?
wives work. Leave your house. Now it's really tricky in the quarantine time. You ask about men now, since it's been 2 months that we're
Okay.
in quarantine and we're not seeing anyone. It's a
I'm
tricky
gonna
one.
say it
I won't
because
answer it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say cheers to every man who encourage their partner to
Exactly.
work.
To
Exactly.
work.
Show them be proud of them and praise them for their
Respect
hard
your work.
work,
You
because
know, it's very important, but yeah, to let men. Sometimes men, even if the woman works, for him it's sometimes it's less. Like أقل منه بحسها. And she's not that. Respect
yeah,
more the work of women. Respect their position, respect her work. Anything, if she's working, respect it. It's different from yours, but still, you have to respect what she's
what
doing.
she does. Exactly.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I am still waiting for the day we have the first man carrying a child for 9 months. And then I want to discuss parenthood,
Oh no, no, no,
because
that's not, I want. I don't want her. I don't want her because it's amazing to carry a
no
child. It's
wonder
something that we have.
it's not going to
This is
happen.
a plus
So
for us. No, and I
let
won't.
it
I will be
happen.
jealous.
Anyways, I just want to say thank you for Missy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your amazing career, and
Thank you so
for showing the world that you can really have a balance between work and being a successful mom, because I know you have great kids and you're following them to the dot your way, and this is excellent because kids need time as well and space. Hello, thank you for
much.
being here and tuning in for us. for everyone. This was the career cycle. It's a session we're going to be having occasionally. Anyone who is willing to come and discuss their career from
Action.
university to till the day, you are welcome to inbox me, because we want to expose more than one careers and to tell people about the different opportunities they might have, and how there are little things in life that shift your career to different places. Nibal, thank you. Alia, Cynthia, everyone that's been watching, thank you very much. And thank you very much, Missy, for your time. Bye.
So much, really.